Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals at 0 hour to make the best game ever. Good, the last session we did proceed a bit with a logic timescale investigation. So what did happen? We still... Right, so we still don't know what the right course of action is. How do we... Oh, man. How do we... So we have this dilemma with the... How do we... What do we cap a frame to if it's meant to be run in sequence with smaller frames? So, like, let's say you do 3 logic updates and then 1 render update. Like, how do we manage this? That I don't know yet. Yeah. Logic scale. So we can't really... Can we scale it? It needs to run faster, right? Yeah. Frame pace. I'm not sure how to do it. We certainly need to wait. Like, we can't just uncap the frame rate. We can't do that. It needs to wait. Maybe... Needs to wait. Update. update time plus equal update time. Plus equal update time. Update time. This is a weird. I don't know how to deal with this. The problem is the update time is prolonged, artificially prolonged by the frame rate limit. Yeah. By the frame weight. And then this guy always loops with the same update time of, whatever the cap is, what the frame rate cap is. And that's not right. But how do we avoid that? How do we avoid that? It needs to be robust, not goddamn trickery. So the problem is once we call this, and there was no other update that ran just a logic frame, right? So if we always just do this, we will never enter this condition here, because this update time will always encapsulate the whole frame, and we just do one whole frame always repeatedly, right? How do we deal with this? It's a very tricky situation. Yeah. Somehow take this guy, update time. There must be a solution. I just can't think of it. To render frame. Maybe. Set to render frame. Update time. Maybe we need to append a different kind of thing here. Time points. Target logic time. Target logic. Maybe we have to take the min of this and this. Maybe. Update time and target logic time. And then we do the same here. Of course, it deleted something. Render time. Target logic time. So render time accumulator, the minimum of these two. Does that make sense? Target logic time. This is render time. Update time. Update time. Well, maybe that makes sense. The minimum. The minimum means the fastest. The fastest. The fastest of these two. Does it make sense? The fastest of these two. Target logic time. Let's test that. The fastest of these two. So what does that mean? If this guy is higher, is slower than this guy, then we take this one, which is faster. Is that okay? Oh, it seems a bit fishy here. But we did the same here already, and that was fine. Why? Render time. Update time, render time. Check time accumulator. Render time. So, max render FPS 60. Okay, that looks suspicious. Why is this so fast? It's not supposed to be that fast. Why is this so fast already? I don't understand. Let's put a breakpoint in here. time, target logic time. Time accumulator. Update time. So that is now larger. Okay. So this speed makes sense, right? But this one already seems too fast. What's going on with the radar? Why don't we see that dot anymore? Is that because we're following it? Huh. That's weird. It does something, but it doesn't work the way I expect it to be. Like look at, I mean, the frame rate is probably taking the wrong value, but it's too fast. This is too fast. Why? Why is it like this? It's not supposed to be like that. Do render frame. Oh, I removed the breakpoint. Okay. So it does 2 frames, then 1 logic frame. Yeah. Max render time. Max render time. Max render time. We are not taking the right values, I think. Okay, but the slow-mo, it works correctly, right? So this is a normal game speed and this is slow-mo. And that works correctly. Yeah. So this is fine. But this is odd. This is very odd. So fast. Why is it so fast? To me, it looks like the logic update is just uncapped now. Like it's just going at max. There's a maximum. To me, it looks like it's a maximum amount of logic frames that can be run at 60 FPS render. That's my impression of this. Let's reduce the render FPS to 30. Yeah, so that looks like 30 FPS render. Yeah. So I think it works correctly in the way that the logic is properly running faster than the render update. So that is correct. But it's too much. It's too high. And that I don't understand right now. It's too high. Unexpected. Yeah. Or is it not? Something we are missing here. So logic is 60 now. Render is 60 now. So now they are in sync. Yeah. So now we have slightly faster. Oh, look at the on the radar. The dozer icon is here now. Something is wrong with radar objects. Yeah, they don't correctly update for some reason here. Okay, but this looks correct now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, actually, it looks like it does work right now. But now, what was this? Why did it speed up now? There's something that then suddenly makes it go vroom. Absolute insane mental speed up. It doesn't make any sense. A slight increase, that's fine. There we go. And now it's speed up. Now it's slower again. Okay, there's something we are missing here. What is it? Something we are missing here. Update time, min, update time, target logic time. Target logic time. Render time. Min. Render time, target logic time. So now it's fast again. Let's put a breakpoint in here again. So update time is faster than the target logic time. Aha. I think I know what the problem is. We also need to wait here. Ah. Uh-huh. I think what we need to do is let me think about this. Update time. Update. Um, maybe we should change the weight to a seconds. Seconds. Yeah. Let's say double seconds. Wait. Let's do target seconds. Target seconds. Then here we do removing this. And then target seconds. Then here we do double render target seconds is 1.0 divided by max FPS const. Wait. Now the question is, how do we wait with this guy now? If we already waited here. So here we can do else. Else update time. And then here we do max FPS. Then here we do actual logic timescale FPS. And we do max FPS tick wait max FPS. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then frame rate limit. Let's do a rename logic update limit, logic rate, logic rate limit. Okay, but how do we deal with this guy here now? So we have logic target seconds. We still need to wait for the logic rate limit. Logic rate limit. But how do we do that? We can do. No, I don't know. Maybe do whichever one is large. I'm not sure. We would need to. Wait. Maybe we should return the wait time instead. Then we have a bit more freedom. Right. Tick. No, I think we can just do wait. Tick. No, I think we can just do. Actually, this might be just possible. Doing that. Like this will only wait if this one is longer than this wait, right? Otherwise it won't wait, right? Like if the elapsed seconds already there, then it won't wait, right? So this will work. I think this will work, yeah. Yeah. Wait. We didn't even need to move out these things. Yeah. We didn't even need to move that out. Max FPS. Yeah. I think what we do is let's create a wait unsigned int max FPS. Yeah. then we do a double target seconds, return wait target seconds. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. Then we can remove that. Yeah. Okay. And then I think what we can just do is, yeah, then now we just remove this and put this here and there. Okay, but this is complaining. Why? Because it's ambiguous, right? Needs to be unsigned int. Yeah, I think this might work. Yeah. Okay, this looks promising. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to 60 FPS. Yeah. Then we hit this guy here, and then let's see. Okay. This looks much more promising now. Yeah. Let's go to 30 FPS render, max render. But this doesn't look like 30 FPS. This looks faster. Huh? This is 30 FPS? It looks so smooth. This doesn't make sense. Huh? I think here we can also add a condition. Project time scale enabled. We can move this here. Render time. So we could say if this FPS equals this one, then logic timescale enable is false. Yeah, effectively. Okay, I'm confused by the smoothness right now. It shouldn't be that smooth. We're running at 30 FPS. It doesn't make sense. What is it? Okay, that actually looks like 30 FPS. Maybe it was just too slow. Yeah. Okay, that actually looks pretty promising. I'm still confused. It looks too smooth to me. Like, I would expect 30 FPS to look more stuttery. Something is not right. Let me get a Fraps frame counter in there. Okay, that one actually does say 30 FPS. Okay, it's hard to see somehow. Okay, that is 60 FPS. So the frame counter from Fraps is correct, but the one from the game is not. That needs fixing. Okay, but it looks very, very promising. So this is 4 times speed. Yeah. This is This is 1.5. No, this... How much is that? 3 times. 3 times speed. Yeah. This is 2 times speed. This is original speed. This is 1.5. This is 2 times. This is 1.5 times. No, 2.5 times. Yeah, 2.5. This is 3 times. This is 3.5. And 4 times. Looks perfectly fine to me. There is a bug here with the radar icons. As you can see, the dozer icon is now in the fog here, where the cursor is. I don't know why that happens, but that needs looking into. Interesting. Okay. So we have at least 2 bugs. The frame counter is wrong. The radar has bugs. But other than that... Oh, we also can't reset the camera. Doesn't work. Huh. Okay. Why is that? Huh. Ratio. Okay, it's weird that the I can't reset the camera rotation. Okay, let's test. Oh, I pressed escape and it's hanging. Well, that's not good. Let's see what happened. Target seconds infinite. Oh my goodness. How did that happen? Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, max. Okay. Logic time scale FPS. Okay. It can return 0. Can this one return 0? I don't think so. But this one can. Then we probably need to say if max FPS is larger than 0, then we do this. Otherwise, do a tick. To render frame. Let's see if that fixes it. Maybe we can also just say in here, in the wait, we say we can say if max FPS Max FPS is 0. Then return 0, 0. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I can do that instead. Maybe that's a bit simpler. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me see if we can merge some more changes. I think this one and this one, maybe. Nope. Nope. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, fantastic. Then let's test this again. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do max FPS 60. Logic time scale that. Oof. What's going on here is a counter. uh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when does the radar icon break? Not yet. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fantastic. Somehow it's not bugging now, but it probably will be again. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, it looks pretty promising. I think, like, conceptually, it works. We just need to find and fix all the bugs. So there's a camera, there's a counter that's wrong. The radar had a bug, which we somehow cannot reproduce anymore. Maybe we just need to make it fast enough. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to test the fast forward and replay. See what that does. Oof. Yeah, so the camera is also broken. We need to do something about that. But that aside, let's load a replay. Yeah, this one. Actual 0. Okay, there we go. Okay, and now we press F and it stops. Oh boy. Okay, that still doesn't work right. Why not? Okay, that's a bit worrying. We still have this shit here. Maybe this needs to be removed now? I think so. I think this needs to be removed, right? Is fast mode. Let's try that. Time scale enables. Okay, let's at least try to fix the replay fast forward issue. If we can manage that, then I'm very happy already. Yeah. Then I think we are almost there. We just need to fix all the bugs then. Yeah. Ah, this looks very, very promising. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see if there are any visual bugs. Obviously, it's way too fast of a fast forward. Like the frame rate is tanking a lot. Yeah. But it's debug after all. Yeah. And release it will be faster, better frame rate. Okay, it works. That's cool. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, don't mind the replay bugginess. It doesn't work with this version properly. Okay, but it looks very good. Yeah. I mean, performance is tanking, but it's a debug build. We can test again with release builds. Why are the animations? Why do the animations keep running? That's not supposed to happen, right? Okay, so it's a lot of bugs here. I don't know if that's already a bug before. Maybe it's not a new bug. But I would have imagined or would have expected that it stops moving when we pause the game. Right? Yeah. It doesn't pause. Okay, let's test it in release. Yeah. Ceiling of logic timescale from the render update. It's not possible to run logic faster than render update. Logic time step faster than render update. Conveniently. Good. Let's test that. Load replay. Okay, so there we go. What are we looking at? Fast forward. There we go. Yeah, that looks good to me. Very good speed. It looks like the way it worked originally, right? Yeah. Yeah, somehow those animations need pausing. Yeah. Okay, so let me take some notes on the bug. So animations are not pausing. Frame counter is wrong. Scripted camera is wrong. What else? I think reset camera doesn't work anymore. Reset camera does not work. What else? Fascinating how much things break when touching something. And there was this radar bug. Radar icon, radar objects bug. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now the game runs in 4x speed. Yeah. Huh, now the animations are pausing. Look at that. Huh, that's interesting. How does that work? Huh. Okay. Well, that's suspicious. Okay, that's weird. Now it suddenly works. Ah, it's maybe only broken when we're in fast forward? No. Oof. Well, that's slow. Why is that so slow? Boy, that's really laggy. Okay, something is also wrong there. I don't know what that is. It shouldn't be this laggy. Yeah. Let me see. Let's put a breakpoint in here. Oh, we can't. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, there's still a huge number of bugs that need fixing, but it looks promising. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so why? So now, as you can see, now it's broken. The animations. Okay. So now if I enable logic timescale, then it properly pauses. Okay, so it's only if when the logic timescale is disabled. Aha. Let me take a note. Not pausing when logic timescale is disabled. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And now the fast forward also is bad. So there's something is not right here. Yeah. Question is why. Fast forward. It's supposed to go in here. Render time accumulator. This still looks strange to me here. Why does it not? Target logic time. Target logic time. Render time accumulator. Render time accumulator. Well, it seems to work, so maybe just leave it. Okay, but this I don't understand why this is not working. Let's test it again in debug. Load replay. So logic timescale is that. Okay. And now fast forward will be lagging. Why? Fast forward, render accumulator. Logic frames per second. Is that maybe too slow? So it skips a render frame here. I know why. I know why. Because this needs to be merged with this fast forward broken when timescale is on logic. Fast mode update needs merging with timescale. Yeah. So we need to put this guy frame pacer. Yeah. What's the time? 1:17. Feels like 2 hours. So we need to move this guy is fast mode. Game engine. So I would say we take this guy and we say here static is fast mode. Oh, we need to return a boolean. Okay. Is fast mode frame pacer. There we go. And then this one is somehow complaining. I don't know why. Do we still need this tick thingy here? I don't think so. Frame tick. I think we can leave it. Tick. I don't know why this is here complaining. It shouldn't be. So is fast mode is used here is fast mode. The render frame. So I think what we do is we remove all of this. And then we can also remove this. And then we do... Man, what's up with the music here? Jesus Christ. Let's try some other track here. Frame rate limit. So logic. So this will be logic timescale. Logic timescale. Logic timescale enabled. say we do or is fast mode. Logic timescale. FPS. Let's have another function. Bool is actual. Is actual logic timescale enables cons. Then here we do return no logic timescale, or this one, return this, or is fast mode. Okay. And then here we do is actual. Is actual. It's actual. Get actual. Yeah. Logic timescale FPS. I think here we need to keep is logic timescale enabled, and then here we do I think we need to do const bool is fast mode. Fast mode is fast mode. Is fast mode. Say we take SCD max. Oh boy. SCD max. And then we take here max where we take FPS, so that would be This is here, logic frames per second real. Logic frames per second. It is frames per second already, FPS, yeah. So 30. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just return that logic frames per second. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So this returns int. I think we don't need this here. Put this here. Okay. Logic timescale. Save logic. So this might work. Yeah. Then here we say is actual logic timescale now. It's and here we should probably do get actual. Target logic. Time frozen. Get frame rate. Yeah, why are we not calling this one here? I'm not sure. This one looks fishy. Get frames per second limit. Get actual frames per second limit. Do we need that as well? I'm not sure. There's so many questions. Do we need that instead of the other? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe. Uncapped FPS. Frames per second limit enabled. Time multiplier. It's time fast. Maybe. Let's do that. That looks it looks reasonable. Is actual logic timescale enabled? Maybe there we could also return false for that. This game halted. I think we can keep that outside. Yeah. Oh, this logic is quite a bit complicated. It's really hard to keep track of all the things that are in there. Okay, but if it works, right? Yeah. Good. So if not logic timescale enabled, then we just always do a render frame and the logic frame. And otherwise, we have this logic here, which hopefully is robust. Yeah. Yeah. It seems to work correctly, right? Yeah. So let's see, load replay. Okay. There we go. Okay, fast forward does not work anymore. Well, that sucks. Why? This one needs to be removed. False. It's fast mode. Let's enable fast mode. Yeah. True. Okay, that's good. True. So it is enabled. And it is 30. Aha. Logic timescale FPS. So, so we want 30. We need a different number, essentially. Here we need to return some other number. Let's say const expr int const int fast time. Fast time scale. Needs to be check type a second. 30. I struggle to understand right now what value this needs to be. We want to 30x, right? $30x. So do we just 30 times 30 or what do we do? Maybe base FPS times that, maybe. Base FPS. So that would be 30 times 30, so 900. Is that correct? 900? That seems a bit much. 900. It seems too fast. Timescale FPS. I don't understand. How do we go from 30x to 900 FPS? Is that right? 900 FPS? Huh? I'm confused. Does that make sense? Base FPS. Times logic frames per second. That doesn't make sense. What does it? Oh. Man, why is this so complicated? Really? Amazing. Now I understand why everyone is using AI. Probably gives them a much easier time. Yeah. Okay, so this one looks promising. So this 900 FPS then. 900 FPS. Huh. Okay. Okay. Interestingly, the radar also doesn't update when we do fast forwarding. Yeah. There are bugs. Yeah, radar objects not updating And fast forward. So base FPS times logic frames. Is that correct? Yeah. Let me put a breakpoint here. So 900. 900, yeah. And so update time, target logic time, update time, min. Max render time. Okay, let's test it in release. Performance is a bit better. Okay. Good. Solo load replay. Okay. Okay, I think that looks pretty usual, speed-wise. Okay. Well, it's pretty fast. Yeah. Now the radar updates correctly. So there's some weird issue where the radar doesn't update sometimes. Okay, that needs looking into. Okay, good. Then implementation-wise, looks very promising, but obviously we need to fix all the bugs. Yeah. Frame counter, scripted camera. It's wrong. It's actually a lot of bugs. I wonder if some of them are already in there before. Possibly. Yeah. Okay, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Oof, well, that's a bit fast. Look at the radar. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why is this moving so fast? Why is this so out of control? Okay, there's plenty bugs here. Off. Actual 900. Aha. Okay. I know what the bug is. Yeah. We need to take uncapped. Uncapped FPS value. I think we need to say Boer fast mode. Let me say int timescale FPS. Timescale FPS. Maybe we do timescale FPS. Const Boer. Timescale enabled. Timescale FPS. That if fast mode. If it's larger than, that is smaller than that. Okay. I think that will work. Okay. Yeah, I think that is all right. I still don't know why 900 FPS is okay. Like, that seems a bit excessive. 900. Okay. Okay. And that still works correctly, yeah. That is 5x. Okay, as far as I'm aware, this works correctly. I would say we can simplify it and just say if it's fast mode, then we just return this guy here. Return that. And otherwise, if this, then we return this one. I think that's simpler implementation for this shebang. Yeah. No need to make it complicated. I think that's better. Okay, cool. Let's test it one more time. Good. Then, yeah, if this works, then next we will need to fix all the bugs with it, which could be tough. Or maybe we first clean up what we currently have and make that a commit, so that we have a state where we know things work in principle, but with the bugs. Yeah. Okay, that looks okay. 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 It looks promising. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm happy with the progress. We have a reference implementation. Then next session we clean this up. Yeah. I'm happy we got rid of this shit here. Yeah, let me test it one more time and on the test map. Skirmish here. Okay. So okay, but something is wrong now here with the FPS. Well, no, actually now it's correct. Okay. Yeah, so this is 3 times speed. Yeah, at 60 FPS render. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's nice. So we can now like speed up here the game to like, let's say 5x speed. There we go. And can play with 5x speed because we are boss players. Yes. Okay, this looks pretty exciting. Great. Looks pretty smooth. Great. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Let's hold on. Let me test the slow-mo again. So put it to. So this is original speed. Yeah, and this is slow-mo, half. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Okay, cool. Good. Then I will end it here. It has been almost 2 hours. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.